Hello, Catherine. What made you decide to create our Courage to Heal podcast?
I started this project because I wanted to give my daughter a courage to be herself when she grows up. I wanted her to have the courage to be who she is, despite the society norms her elders may be saying. I want her to stay true. And it started off as a journaling session and, one or two lessons that come to my mind that I've learned, and I journal it down. And slowly, as I was compiling it into many, many chapters, as you have heard, I started to... I felt like I'm in a revision. I was revising it, and it was for my daughter, but then when I was compiling stuff, it felt like a revision for myself as well. And when I meet my friends to talk about life, I was sharing some of the chapters. They were sharing their life experiences at that point, and I shared some of my perspective from my decade of healing journey. So I spent the first 2 decades of my life just pleasing everyone, following societal norms, and then I spent the next decade finding myself, healing from it and becoming myself, essentially. So as I was sharing my new perspective to my friends and all, I felt that it has helped them. About the same time, I also experienced the last trauma that I have in my life was having to gone through a bigger miscarriage where I had to give birth at home in pain with my 2 young children. And I had to take a break from my business, from everything else, because the experience took out so much from me that I couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't. And I had to close shop. So that was difficult. That was really difficult. At the same time, I had this fear that people may forget about me, about my business. So I really wanted to put up a post and say that I just experienced this. I need some time for myself. I don't know how the public's going to take it, but that's what I need at that time. I simply could not go on. And I was telling my friend, I said that, I felt like it's too much information. I don't know how people's going to take it. And she was like, no, that's really powerful, because now a lot of people who are hiding, they know that it's okay to feel that way. And that was when I thought, you know what? Maybe I should do more than just documenting the journal for my daughter. I should to share it, because the perspectives had clearly helped my friends, and I felt the same way. I felt very silenced when I was going through all the pain. I felt very, very lonely. I don't think anyone has said, I'm hurt, and then they go like, I know exactly how it feels. This is the right way to feel it, and it's okay to feel this way. Most of the time when it happened, I feel so lost. I don't know what to do, and I just feel really lonely. Like, I don't even know where to start to find help. Like, when I was going through the miscarriage, I literally didn't even know what to expect. The doctor said that the fetus may just drop out. Essentially you give birth to it, right? And we expect that to happen. If it doesn't happen, we can wash it out. That was the statement that I was told, and I was really, really wondering how it's going to happen, what is going to happen. And I tried to go online and find information, and I couldn't find anything, and I was really, really worried. But I had my secondary school friend. She was so kind. When she heard about it, her first instinct was to call me, and a year ago she just experienced the same, and she said, this is what you're going to expect, step by step of the way. And when it happened, I just go, okay, this is normal. Okay, this is normal. And therefore, I wanted to return the favor to humanity. In that sense, I wanted to share with you what hurt feels like and what healing feels like and what's the end part feels like, so you know that it's okay to feel this way and you will get out of it. And I wanted to give you the courage to do that. I wanted to let you know we all go through things in life and you are not alone, and I'm here for you. I'm here to share my journey so that you know this is a transformational, a healing growth period for you. There is no right or wrong. It is our path. It's just our paths in lives, and we can come out of it stronger after every chapter. It is not meant to break you. It is meant to lift you up. And I have experienced it. Others have experienced it. It can happen. Which is why every time when you hear about this millionaire talking about their past, it is not like a walk in a park. Oh, I found this and it just happened. It goes through some transformation. It is not to give you a hardship, but within those challenges and experiences that we go through, there are some valuable lessons to go through. I'm not saying that it's kind that, you go through that. I'm not saying that, oh, celebrate that. I know it's hard. It's really hard when it happens. I took almost 1 or 2 years before I come out of the pain, the struggle that I experienced, being brave to come out here to share this channel with you. And so I just want to share in the most unfiltered way that things happen and it's not nice, but you can come out of it. You can. That's how I decided to start our Courage to Heal podcast, because it is not a journal anymore just for my daughter. I want it to be a service to humanity, a project that I, Catherine Young, as a fellow earth living thing, can share and serve, hopefully for your greatest good. And when you find that healing in you, your healing journey has started, I just want to share what I know, every bit of it, to cheer you on your path, because I will truly be rooting for you. It is really amazing when you find yourself and finally be yourself, because what's there not to celebrate? There's only one you, only one me, and we are beautiful, we are unique, and we are enough.
Why are you so passionate about healing?
I find that many times in life, there are many lessons and experiences that we can have, and very much all these experiences and life lessons really aims to bring us to a healing point, a growth point, or healing a past wound, or going through a fear. And it's really challenging to get out of the rut if we don't recognize this point, because it's only when we recognize it then we have a gratitude to say, thank you for this experience. I now must look forward to my next chapter, and therefore I go through healing. Without healing, I find myself getting stuck every month, going through the same issue over and over again until it gets to a point that enough is enough. Let's get out of it. Therefore, I acquaint that as our courage to heal. Finding our courage to heal in order to move on to the next chapter. Essentially, healing is giving us the courage to be ourselves, be our authentic self, so much that we can face life quite comfortably, whatever it brings us, knowing that we can still be ourselves. And when we have a lot of opposing or someone who is not aligned with us come into our space, we can still feel confident to be ourselves. Because I don't know, when I growing up, I don't have that much confidence. I sometimes doubt whether I'm right or wrong, and then I tend to find reasons to lean towards what others say and not quite go with the flow, but just feel safer to follow a figure authority when I don't feel comfortable about it. Like, I don't feel like there is a gut feel. I feel like, oh, I'm not being myself if I follow a certain rule, but it just seems right, Like, I give you an example. My grandmother is a very quiet wife and just someone who is supporting her husband in whatever that he does. She, in my perspective, she probably don't have a clear voice because she's just my grandfather's wife. And for the longest time, I see that in my mom as well, but I do not feel comfortable about it. I have to have a voice. I have to tell my husband when things may or may not be right or wrong, but it just doesn't sit with me. I have to voice out. I have to fight for it. But for the longest time, I did try to be the person that I have seen, I've mirrored, and I can't do it. It's just uncomfortable. But I have done that for many years, thinking that, that's the norm. So healing gives me the comfort to be myself and to stand up and say that, you know what, this is Catherine and I have to be Catherine. And therefore, I think that healing is so important.
Why Friends of Our Courage to Heal podcast?
A little over half a year later, I was doing some meditation and I was guided to start the Friends of Our Courage to Heal podcast. Initially, I was very scared because, okay, now I have to show my face and I have to talk to people. Because if you go through my previous episodes, you will know that human trust is something that is lacking in my life before. Now it's getting better because I believe that we're just finding alignment with people who vibe with us, and therefore there's no right or wrong. If it didn't happen, it just didn't happen. They're not vibing with us, we move on, or we have changed our vibe and they change, or we change and we just move on. But before, humans are considered quite scary for me. It's hard to believe that it's safe to be close to someone due to the complex childhood trauma that I experienced early on in life. And then I was guided to the Friends of Courage to Heal podcast to do the Friends of Courage to Heal podcast. Essentially, it came as an encouragement when I was on YouTube again, and one of the actor was saying that we are humans, we love a story, and I thought that is true. You can't just be listening to my podcast without, me putting a face to it, without more stories and having examples of people who have gone through a healing journey and come up strong and let you know that it's actually safe to be yourself. You need evidence. We need the story, a good story to draw parallel in our experiences, and as evidence that, as a confidence, a mark of confidence for you and I, that, it's absolutely doable. You and I can be ourselves and we can celebrate ourselves. So I decided to take up that genius who dropped the idea to me to do Friends of Our Courage to Heal podcast. It is there to hold a safe space for you to be yourself, share your story, and know that it's safe to love yourself.
Is healing like going to a therapy?
Healing comes in many different forms. Of my 12 years of healing journey, I have experienced anything from going to a GP to get medication when I was experiencing the postnatal depression, to going to a naturopath to top up the nutrients in my body because I didn't know how to care for myself, and I was just caring for my son and my husband and doing for them. And I don't know, now when I think about it, I felt like, that's so dumb. But I would be cooking the best meal for them, and I just didn't even cook my share. I was like, I have to do this for my son. I have to cook 5 meals a day. He's a young child, and I just have cookies. I don't know how that happened. I just didn't know how to care for myself, didn't know how to, and that got me really, really sick because I was malnutrition for a while. So that was like medication and nutrients. And then I move on to counseling sessions, see a psychologist, and slowly moving on to energy healing, have a life coach, and doing intergenerational energy healing work. So it's like this big journey from a very medical prescriptive form to later on slowly moving to other modalities as I open my mind and heart to them. If you ask me which healing journey, which healing modalities is best, my answer is always what you agree with at that point. It's just for some people, it can be as easy as, I need help, let me get a book, self-help book works. Or, I need to attend counseling sessions, I don't know how to do this, to meditation. And then some people would just go, nah, I'll just go straight into energy healing because I trust that. Or even religion, some people would just go to pray and give them that peace and, release that energy in that holy space. So I don't have a good answer because I was led to different modalities, and I always follow my instinct when it comes to healing. Healing is very, very personal. The best, most well-reviewed healer may not be the one for you. You really have to find someone and vibe with the person, because there's no right or wrong to be a person as long as you are not taking life, stealing things, doing bad things. There's actually no rules to be a person. So we all hold slightly different values, slightly different vibe, energy. So you really need to find that person that you feel so comfortable to be in that space to receive that healing. In that regard, I do think that healing is too personal for me to prescribe. But I do think that after book 2, I should talk a little bit about it, because I had the most amazing healing journey and transformational experience as I go through the different modalities at the right time. I always think that when you're ready to receive healing, the universe will open the door and let you to the right door to receive that healing, even when the healer does not suit. That episode in itself is actually teaching you something. There was once I went into a really, really good healer, and I feel really, let's not talk about healer. Let's talk about my experience giving birth, why I had such a traumatic birth experience, because it was a doctor. She was highly rated, and when it was recommended to us, it's like, when there is an emergency, trust that she can save your life and your child's life. She's that fast, she's that good. So we went to her, and I wasn't comfortable with her from day one. And to have a gynecologist whom you do not connect with is very trying, because pregnancy is so personal. But I just endured it and went through it, and therefore I did not enjoy my first pregnancy, did not enjoy my first birth experience. It was very, very challenging. So on my second pregnancy, I went to a doctor who is also highly regarded, but he was highly regarded. When I find him, his reviews were excellent, but he wasn't like so well known. I went to him and I felt so comfortable, and I go like, I really want to work with him. And I had the most beautiful pregnancy and later on birth experience with him. Until today, I still think it's a victory in my life that I have gone through my second pregnancy. So it's not the healer, it's not you, it's whether there is a chemistry. And that's what healing advice that I have in a nutshell.
Any closing words before we end the session?
If you have come to my channel today, stumble upon it, any of the video, any of the shots, and decided to pay me a visit, I would like to say thank you very much for dropping by. I sincerely wish that you are in the most comfortable space, finding your inner peace, and you're loving yourself unconditionally. I'll be rooting for your life journey. And if you're hurting right now, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. Your feelings are valid and you can come out of it. And I wish that you do, and you are going to enjoy the transformation when you go through healing and find the courage to heal and then learn how to love yourself. So either way, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming by today, and I will be rooting for you. And I wish you a lovely everyday.